For 2 years, Gong Yoo and Soo Jung were seen as one of the most private yet deeply admired couples in the Korean entertainment industry. Their relationship, built on mutual respect and quiet affection, became a symbol of mature love in a world where most celebrity romances are fleeting in public. But just when fans thought they were heading toward a happy ending, the two stars unexpectedly opened up about the differences they've faced in their relationship, a confession that shook the entire K-drama community. Rumors had been circulating for weeks. Fans noticed that the two were no longer appearing at events together. Their once frequent social media interactions had suddenly vanished, and the subtle spark between them seemed dimmer. Still, few could have predicted that the pair would publicly acknowledge their struggles after maintaining silence for so long. In an exclusive interview with a Korean entertainment outlet, Gong Yoo spoke candidly for the first time. His words were calm, but the emotion behind them was impossible to miss. Love isn't always about harmony, Gong Yoo confessed. There are times when two people, no matter how close they are, begin to see life from different angles. We're both passionate about what we do, but that same passion can sometimes lead us in separate directions. The actor, known for his measured and introspective nature, went on to explain that fame and constant public attention had made things more complicated than expected. When your relationship is constantly watched, even small misunderstandings feel magnified. We've tried to keep our private life truly private, but sometimes silence creates more noise than words. Soo Jung, usually reserved when it comes to her personal life, also decided to break her silence. Her statement was heartfelt, tinged with vulnerability that resonated deeply with her fans. I've always believed that love should feel natural, not forced. But when two people have been independent for so long, learning to share every part of yourself with someone else isn't easy. We've both made mistakes. We've both needed space to breathe. Her voice reportedly trembled slightly as she continued, reflecting the emotional weight of their 2-year journey. What people see on camera, the smiles, the chemistry, that's real. But behind that, there are also moments of confusion, frustration, and doubt. We're learning to navigate those moments with honesty, even when it hurts. The honesty in their words stunned many. Instead of denying the rumors, both stars chose transparency, a rare move in the Korean entertainment world where silence is often the safer path. Within hours, their names topped search rankings across major platforms, and fans flooded social media with messages of support, sympathy, and speculation. I'm heartbroken but proud. It takes courage to admit when things aren't perfect. I hope they find their way back to each other. Another comment read, "They've always been honest people. That's why we love them. Whether together or apart, they'll be okay." Insiders close to the two stars hinted that their differences stemmed mainly from their career paths and life goals. Gong Yoo, who has spent over 20 years in the industry, reportedly wishes to slow down, focusing on meaningful projects and enjoying quieter days away from the spotlight. Soo Jung, on the other hand, is currently experiencing a powerful career resurgence, taking on back-to-back film and drama roles that keep her schedule packed. A mutual friend shared anonymously, "They genuinely care for each other, but it's difficult when one person wants peace and the other is running at full speed. They're not fighting, they're simply at different crossroads in life." Despite the apparent strain, Gong Yoo's words suggested that the story may not be over yet. He said, "I've never stopped respecting her. Sometimes love doesn't disappear, it just needs time to breathe. Whatever happens next, I'll always be grateful for what we shared." Soo Jung echoed the sentiment in her own quiet way. People think love ends when two people stop being together, but real love is about understanding, even when you're apart. Their sincerity moved fans across Asia. Online forums filled with discussions, video tributes, and even emotional fan letters shared on social media. The couple's mature handling of the situation has been widely praised, contrasting sharply with the typical drama and denial that often follows celebrity breakup rumors. Still, the mystery remains. Neither Gong Yoo nor Soo Jung has officially confirmed whether they are still together or have decided to take a break. Instead, both have emphasized the importance of reflection and communication. Gong Yoo's final words in the interview left many wondering about the future. He said, "Sometimes love doesn't need an answer right away. Sometimes it just needs silence." Those who have followed their relationship since the beginning recall how it all started: a quiet friendship formed on set, mutual respect that slowly turned into affection, and a deep connection built far away from the flashing cameras. To see them face difficulties now feels like watching a bittersweet chapter unfold in a story that had once seemed perfect. As one Korean columnist wrote, "What we're seeing isn't a breakup. It's two grown souls trying to understand what love means when the world is watching." Whether they ultimately reconcile or choose separate paths, Gong Yoo and Soo Jung have reminded everyone that love, even between stars, is as fragile and complicated as it is beautiful. For now, their fans are left with hope that time, patience, and understanding will bring them peace, whatever that may look like. As soon as the interview went public, Korean media erupted in a storm of analysis. Every word, every subtle expression, every pause in Gong Yoo and Soo Jung's statements was dissected and replayed across news channels. Entertainment analysts described their approach as a masterclass in emotional honesty, rare in an industry known for denial and deflection. One journalist wrote, "They didn't sell heartbreak for sympathy. They showed the courage of being human in front of millions." The response was immediate. Fans flooded comment sections with support rather than criticism, showing that perhaps the public is also evolving, now valuing truth over perfection. Meanwhile, brands and film companies that had ongoing collaborations with both actors reportedly held internal discussions about how to address the sudden surge in media attention. Far from being a setback, the incident actually increased their popularity. Search terms related to both Gong Yoo and Soo Jung dominated Naver and Daum's trending lists for days. PR experts even noted a positive shift in public sentiment, describing their image as emotionally authentic and more relatable than ever. Their vulnerability made them more beloved, especially among audiences who have followed them since their early acting days. Social media platforms, particularly Instagram and TikTok, became emotional spaces where fans shared old clips of the two together, from behind the scenes laughter on drama sets to affectionate interviews that once radiated chemistry. The hashtag Gongyu Imsujung love story trended across Korea and Japan, accumulating millions of views. Fans began creating video montages set to melancholy Korean ballads, captioned with comments like, "Even the strongest love needs time to heal," and "If it's true love, they'll find each other again." This digital wave of nostalgia painted their story not as a scandal, but as a melancholy love chapter that deeply resonated with people who have experienced similar struggles. Industry insiders, however, offered a more pragmatic perspective. One veteran entertainment manager commented, "What they did was unprecedented. Two A-list actors addressing relationship issues directly. It changes the landscape for how stars handle private matters in Korea. They didn't hide, they didn't dramatize, they simply told the truth." Psychologists also weighed in on TV programs, explaining how their